The next one, we will talk about the environmental analysis. Probably, I think we have already mentioned something regarding the SWOT analysis. So in module 2, we have talked about the general environment, the task environment, the company, the organization. We need to take 3 levels of this environment into consideration, right? So the general environment, we talk about the legal, political, right? The big social, social, cultural environment. Narrow down, we will have our direct, or we call task environment. Our textbook, we are talking about the competitive force. I would like to call this market, right? This is the market environment. We will have competitors. We will have customers, supplies, right? So altogether, this is the market. We compete in the market. Market forces or competitive forces are more important. We start from the big environment and then narrow down to this market forces or the competitive forces. And then we will need to do this SWOT analysis first. Actually, you already see what means SWOT, right? Strengths, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So strengths, weakness means internal, right? Organizational, your company internal. What is your strength? What is your weakness? This is still compared to your competitors, right? Also, this is internal, your organizational strengths, weakness, but this is compared with your competitors. Opportunity and threats. This is what we give like a, another adjective. It's called environmental opportunity, environmental threats. Oh, the opportunities in the market, right? Also, we call environment, but specific in the market. Threats from the market. We were trying to specify what is strength, what is weakness, what means opportunity and threat. Let's talk about the strengths. We just mentioned about the USP, okay? This is a very good example. What is the unique selling proposition? What is your advantage? What is your strength compared with your competitors? We have a so-called a VRIO principles or VRIO framework. Is it your strength valuable? Is it your strength rare? It's called like a USP, unique, right? Is it difficult to imitate or exploitable? So give you an example, low price, okay? Low price, this is one of your strengths, right? You have a very complete or let's say that efficient supply chain. This is your strength compared with your competitor. You have the full assortment like a Walmart. This is the strength. This is the relevant strength. Organizational position, right? In the market, or we call in the task environment, we will need to analyze the weakness, right? Efficient, price, assortment, right? Those are all, I say, the aspect, organizational aspect or internal aspect. The opportunities, whether this forces or whether the market forces, or we call the competitive forces or environmental factors will enable us to achieve higher goals. We call it the opportunity. We have this opportunity to develop a new, let's say, product lines, right? So for example, EV, you are the battery company, so you can compete because of the EV. The electric cars vehicles are very popular. You are the battery company, you know that, oh, I have the chance, right? And then if you are, producing the solar panels, oh, it is the opportunity. Why? The market or the government started to support the green energy so that, oh, this is opportunity. But on the other side, if you are a traditional, right, the energy company, like doing those fracking, shale oil production, right? And then you see this is the threat because we want to go green, right? And your traditional way probably will not that, you won't get the support from the government. But on the other side, you will get the, very strict regulation regarding the, this pollution issues. The market factors or the market forces will somehow slow down your growth. I have one assignment asking you to do the SWOT analysis, right? Your strengths, your weakness, but the opportunities and the threats. What is the opportunity? Your major, whether your major has the potential, right? How you trying to, take the advantage of the opportunity, right? And then try to avoid those threats. This is the more important thing. So we will have the competitive forces. Actually, we have learned this, I forgot, in module 2, right? The Porter's competitive forces, 5 competitive forces. New entrants, those are like the potential competitor, right? And then this is the existing competitor. We need to analyze why suppliers, import price, and the availability. We talk about energy, the price is increasing. Availability is not, because of the disruption of those supply chain, of those shipments, right? We need to analyze this market forces or this competitive forces. Substitute the products. This is actually also related to the competition. This competition is not directly from the competitors. One quick example, taxi driver, Uber, and then Lyft become their competitor. Actually, they never thought about 2 high-tech companies will be their competitor. Those are like a potential substitute products, right? Actually, smartphones become the competitors of laptop or PC. I remember the 10 years ago, a phone is a phone, computer is a computer, but now it seems they can all access the internet. And then the very last force is the customer. Buyers are general because not all the agribusiness are facing the end consumer, right? Also we call consumer, but more customer oriented. Okay, how you satisfy your customer, whether your customers are changing their tastes, right? Aging is one of the issue. Diversity is one of the issue. Preference different, taste different. They enjoy different things, right? So I have a research regarding the salmon, like Chinese, Japanese, Korean. We like salmon in sushi, in sashimi, right? Western consumers, they more prefer grill, right? So different tastes. And then you need to think about this competitive forces for sure. Before we move into different levels of the strategy, we needed to understand strengths, weakness, opportunity, and then the threats. Strengths and weakness, this is compared to the competitors. The opportunity and the threats, this is related to the environment or the market. My organization, where are we? Let's put it this way. Before the strategic planning, you needed to clearly know the position, right? Let's talk about the market share. Walmart, the competitors are Amazon, Whole Foods, right? Target, Costco, right? The market position. Maybe Costco and Sam's Club, they are like, competing 50%, right? The market share. But Walmart, definitely, they are the leading company. Usually, when we talk about position, we are talking about the markets, or we talk about this, let's say, the market share. For our organization, whether there are opportunities, or more opportunities, or more threats, or what strategy we can use. This is more about like aggressive or conservative, or let's say that our strategy is trying to survive, trying to understand the environmental opportunity and threats, as well as the organizational strengths and weakness. And then we try to develop the effective strategy. Okay, so, all right, this is quite theoretical, right? But once we go to the next section, when we talk about different levels, I share with you some of the examples, right? Very concrete example. Then you will understand what